But you can make Billy's podcast.
No.
So you don't want to do Billy's podcast?
No.
You don't?
No.
Episode has started, by the way.
No, it has.
I did an entire episode of Billy's podcast, and we had to throw the whole thing out.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is July 31st. It is 12:20 p.m. We were supposed to start recording at 12.
Sass is a cop.
I don't know what happened.
I love the rules so much. Why doesn't everybody follow the rules like me?
Thing where it's me, Owen, and Tyler sitting here going, "You guys seen Roan? You see Francis?
You can't put that on me. My scoreboard is still heavily in my favor as far as punctuality.
You guys see Francis? I don't think I've seen Francis today."
I had to finish a blog.
And then I text before, and I say, "We're still good for 12?" And then everyone goes, "Yup."
My shoulder video is popping off again.
Shoulder? Oh, yeah, shoulder of the road.
Yep.
It's going viral everywhere I see. And
It's
there's
insane.
some people who are like, there's a pro, like, I don't even know what they're pro-labor accounts or some shit that are like against it. They're like, it's not called the breakdown lane, it's called the emergency lane. It's for emergencies.
Dude, every aspect of that video is built to anger people somehow. And the people who get angry are stupid.
You found a new thing that's divisive. So if you're one of the couple people that don't know what the video is, explain what it is.
2 years ago, I was driving home in traffic on the highway, and there's a shoulder lane, a breakdown lane, as I used to call it in Maine. That's what we called it in Maine. It was called the breakdown lane.
Yeah.
And it's marked heavily with signs that say, "Do not drive on the shoulder."
Yeah.
To which people would say, "Well, you drove on the shoulder, Francis." To which I would say, "I did not drive. I blocked."
Right. At the pace of traffic.
In Massachusetts, there's hours where you're allowed to drive on it.
That can't be the same thing.
Open hours? That sounds like an extra lane.
It is, yeah.
This is not an extra lane.
But it's the breakdown lane. But during the morning, rush hour, you can drive on it.
Got it.
Dude, a couple weeks ago, I tried to pull your move, and I pulled into that lane as someone was coming behind me. I was like, I'm going to block them. And then they started beeping at me, and I lost my nerve. So I just started driving past the lane ahead of them. Went to my exit.
Oh, shit. Oh,
I haven't done that. I haven't done that, but I've tried to do it, and then they beep, and I just instantly go back into the lane.
Sorry.
You guys get around.
It's too scary.
You guys are busy.
You have to really believe in what you're doing. I don't do it anymore. I have had bad moments trying it.
How many times total have you done
I've probably done it 12 times. And there have been times where it's just this is getting really risky.
Yeah, I'm seeing that video everywhere. Multiple people are sharing it with their own spin on it. Their spin's going viral.
Yep.
Does it get you numbies when you do it? Does it get you any kind of bump in followers?
I don't know. People don't post it from my account. They rip it and they post it on other things, so it doesn't lead back to my account.
But it has your tag on it now.
Yeah, well, that's because I reposted it in March from my own account, and it blew up then, and then it quieted down, and then it's now on the front page of Reddit again.
Yeah, I saw that on Reddit today, and I said, Jesus fucking Christ, this shit again.
It's like your draft video.
I know. Meme.
Sass, let's get Sass in a good mood right now. He's in such an ornery mood.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he is.
No.
But you know what? Your outfit is wonderfully color coordinated.
I know, right?
The hat and the sweater and the shorts and the shoes and the socks. I've never seen you so
I've never
coordinated.
seen that shade of yellow on a sock
You're like an African American man.
Thank you.
It's so cool of you.
You are black.
Did you ever hear Sam Morrill's joke about that? I'm ripping his joke a little bit.
No.
It's really funny. I can't remember exactly what it is. Never mind. I can't remember the joke, so I can't paraphrase it.
Yeah, it's tough. I've tried to do that many times.
But it's very good.
You guys ever hear this joke, and then you just don't remember the joke at all.
Yeah.
And then you say it, and then you're like, he does it better than I do.
Yeah, you got to listen. I'll find it for you. Never going to find
it. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Should we do housekeeping? Some housekeeping?
Oh yeah. Right. So people have obviously picked this up, but I am going through divorce. I have not been trying to particularly hide that fact, but I didn't feel that I was ready to address it. And I guess that's because it's been very sad. There's no humor in it for me. We are a podcast that tries to be funny. I'm a comedian. That is my goal, and I've had a really hard time with it. And I've just tried to sort of put my head down and keep doing my work, which has, been tough. And
Jesus, dude, this is sadder than I thought.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it other than, it's just a real fucking bummer.
No, this is a tough time. This as your friend.
We're okay now. We've rounded third on the process. There was a long period of it being just like utterly devastating, and I can tell you that there's no scandal here. There's no red meat that I can offer to the wolves. This is a rather boring and typical sad divorce.
The internet will be the judge of that.
Yeah, between two people.
You also don't owe people that much of an explanation.
Yeah, that's kind of what I felt. But if you don't clarify, then people make their own assumptions and they start inventing reasons. Frankly, I didn't think people would care that much, naively. Like, I didn't think that my personal life mattered as an entertainer, but that was pretty naive. I know that in Oops, the podcast, for years, Julio and I were incredibly transparent about our relationships, and that was a big part of it. So I think the fan base from our old pod has kind of been trying to figure this all out. And there's nothing to figure out, these things happen. We had different expectations, and we drifted apart, and it was really sad for both of us. And I still have the utmost admiration and respect and love for my ex-wife. I think I would ask that, people try to accept that this is a kind of private matter, in which there's not much but sadness, and it was pretty tough, and I'd like to kind of keep my head down about it and move forward. So I think that'll be the last time that I talk about it, if that's okay with everyone.
Alrighty, let's talk about ButcherBox. This summer, get incredible deals on premium cuts from ButcherBox. Deals this good are hard to come by at the grocery store. With ButcherBox, easily find high-quality meat and seafood you can trust. Get 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork-raised, crate-free, and wild-caught seafood.
This is really
Perfect
high-quality
for a
meat
summer
and
BBQ.
fish. I love ButcherBox. It comes really well packaged, and there's still plenty of summer left, plenty of grill opportunities. I highly suggest that you guys check out ButcherBox.
Great gift, too, I'd have to add.
It's my dad's birthday coming up. I'm about to bless
There's
him.
nothing dads like more than a good box of meat.
Hell
And
yes.
with that, you can get that with ButcherBox.
That's right.
Yeah.
Seafood's the one that's really grabbing my eye right now.
Get
I would
some meat in your
kill
box.
for some salmon. You can get customized box plans delivered right to your doorstep with free shipping. ButcherBox is humanely raised. No antibiotics.
Humanely.
That's insane that you're still
I
getting
can't
that wrong.
even believe
Humanly
it.
raised, no antibiotics or added
Humanly
hormones.
makes it seem like it like goes to middle school and like takes a bus.
I can't. The font is too small for me to read. I have bad
But it's the
vision.
same every time though. You don't learn from your mistakes.
And there are a variety of high quality cuts at amazing value.
Just to be clear, this meat
Get
is not raised
exclusive-
by wolves.
It's raised by humans.
It's raised in the human fashion.
Get exclusive member deals. Receipt recipe inspiration tip.
Bro, you're gonna
and
lose
more
this
Butcher
freaking
Box.
sweet sponsorship that we have.
I'm
Don't
just gagging.
mess around. Don't
I'm
gag.
just throwing some bits. I
Stop
apologize.
gagging.
We're
You don't
on
know when
thin
to
ice, the type of ice you might find in a butcher box.
Some dry thin ice.
Yeah.
I like Butcher Box. We like Butcher Box, and you will like Butcher Box. Sign up for Butcher Box today by going to butcherbox.com/boydad and use code BOYDAD at checkout and enjoy your choice of bone-in chicken thighs, top sirloins, or salmon in every box for an entire year. Plus, get $20 off. Again, that's butcherbox.com/boydad. Use code BOYDAD.
Boy, Dad. Sass has his arms folded across his chest in like a mark of physical discomfort, as if
Yeah.
you're his parents getting divorced in front of him.
This isn't what we do. This isn't what we do on the podcast.
Sass
this
told you
isn't
not
ripping.
to say it. He's like, dude, that's not yours to tell.
I've
This
never
is my show.
I've never had
Well, we're going to cut that.
I've never had less worry that Sass was going to riff into what I was saying in my life.
The one funny aspect of it was we were out in Chicago for the taping of your special, and what else was going on that week?
Oh,
The
and
case race.
I need to mention really quickly that the special was taped on June 1st, which was really in the thick of all of this. And with my wife's blessing and encouragement, I carried forward with the material that I had been building for a year, and much of that, it was about our marriage. And so the jokes were true at the time. When the special comes out, obviously everyone's going to know there's a bit of a disconnect between what they're seeing at that point and the way my life is now. But it is not meant to be deceiving or deceitful. It is, with the consent and sort of sign off from her.
But yeah, that weekend was when we the three of us went out to dinner at a place called Duck Duck Goat, a lovely Chinese restaurant, modern Chinese, belly up at the bar. There were some really nice thick noodles,
Chili noodles.
Some really
I'm surprised you remember anything that we ate.
Well, I was more focused on Citizen. And
Yeah, we sat down and Francis broke the news to me.
that
He was
staying
sitting
at
in the
Four
middle.
Seasons, and that I was staying at Citizen M.
He was basically going through this, and my jaw was on the floor because
Yeah, but I had already known. I was old news.
Yes, but that doesn't just give you license to sit out
Well, it kind of
and
did.
be on your phone
We'd already
trying
had the
to
conversation.
contact Barstool planning people to see why your hotel room's square footage is so inferior.
he was literally
to
telling
those
me
of
the
ours.
details, very slowly and almost painstakingly going through everything that happened. And then Sass wasn't saying a word, just buried in his phone. And every 2 minutes he'd look up and be like, "Why did they put me in this hotel?
Well, in my
The rooms are so fucking small."
In my
Roads-
defense, it was also a bar. We sat at a bar. So it's like
We sat at the counter of the restaurant.
You get boxed out. from
No,
other
it's
conferences
three of
outside.
us at a
If
bar.
we were sitting at a table, I probably wouldn't have done that. But
You
we were at
definitely
a bar,
would have done that.
and you guys were drinking, and I was.
It's
drinking,
80 square feet.
and I
My
was
feet will
drinking
touch the
Diet
wall.
Coke, and I don't think we got the noodles that I wanted.
We definitely got
So
we
I
got
think I was
everything on the
upset
menu.
about that.
We fucking ran up the menu. We got everything possible, but it was a very big bear, middle bear, little bear. Like I was staying at just like a regular Radisson or some shit. Francis booked himself a room at the Four Seasons,
Yeah.
and then
Supposedly.
and then Sass got put in like a Japanese compartment motel.
Well, it was because I thought we were all gonna hang out all week. I was excited to all I thought we were all gonna be like hanging out in the lobby of the hotel at 2 a.m, smoking cigars, having a blast. And then I found out that I was staying 45 minutes away from you guys in a fucking box.
But that wasn't the time to bring that up.
That you needed an iPad to fucking control.
There's no way that was the moment that you should have been. You're like,
To go from Rowan being like, I can't believe this. This is so sad. And then to turn to Sass and have him be like, I mean, my shower and toilet are on the same floor. My feet are
toilet
going to
gets
be
wet
wet while I'm taking a shit.
You told me over a month before that.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you told me, we had a good conversation.
But hold on a second. when I told you, your response then was like, wow, that sucks. And then we moved on. That was about the emotional capacity that you had
That
for
was
that
not
news.
true. I was
Yeah.
like, no way. And then you were like, yeah. And I was like, dude, that's and then I asked if you wanted to go play pool the next day, and I don't think you even replied to me.
You did not.
I absolutely did.
In texting?
Absolutely. Yes.
Wait, I didn't text you this news.
I
I
know.
told you in person.
And then I texted you like that night, and I was like, what are you doing tomorrow? Let's hang out.
I was saying
Let's get the fellas together.
Wow.
Silent.
I was saying to Francis, I was like,
Which is exactly what happened in Chicago, by the way.
No way, dude.
Yes.
I'm gonna corroborate
Che-
this.
I was saying to Francis, like, dude, I can't believe this has happened to you. And Sass thought I was talking about him. Was like, I know, dude. The rooms are so small. I know, dude. The rooms are fucking 80 square feet. It's fucking brutal. And so we pivoted the whole conversation. Francis graciously ceded the heaviest
that
news
was-
of his life to just
so
pivoting
funny.
to talk about the fluorescent light rooms of the Citizen M in Chicago, which is
Let me find it.
I can't find it.
I gotta dig through messages of me complaining to Francis about
Yeah,
comedy
yeah.
clubs.
Oh wait, is this no, that would have been way too early. That was November.
let's
I
just
had a
Sass, let's just
hunch.
admit that your bedside manner is not great.
It's okay. Look, obviously Roan more invested in my marriage, as the four of us were all friends, and
But that's just that's giving him an out. That's being like that's him being like, oh, I didn't really know. It's like, as a friend, you should be empathetic towards your friend when something bad is happening,
yeah.
and that's why we cared a lot about his hotel room.
Correct. I had to sort of pause my somber story.
You offered to let him stay at the Four Seasons with you.
I did. I said I had been upgraded for free to a suite, which actually had a separate bedroom with a pull-out couch.
He did offer me to stay there.
Which, by the way, you should have done.
The bathroom is the thing that I don't like. I don't want to share a bathroom.
What
I might have had two, honestly.
what goes on in the bathroom that you can't possibly share with another man?
Dude, me and Francis's messages are ridiculous. It's literally all just like, did you see Schultz is doing the round at this arena? Insane.
That's you saying that. It's you sending me seat maps of arenas that have sold out so quickly that you're astounded.
This is crazy.
How's
And me
he
being
gonna
like,
address the
wow, I
crowd?"
can't believe Shane Gillis has truly achieved the heights that we all saw happening in real time. Good for him. I'm glad we have his cell phone number.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's
Can't find it.
truly rich stuff. Well,
Yeah.
glad to hear you're out on the other side of it.
Yeah, we're moving forward. I can tell you all definitively that she is going to probably be a lot happier not having to deal with me anymore. So everybody is, I think, going to be better off. And as I said, sad but also, just life.
Fucking Sergey better off over here, bro. Just a little hockey joke for you. Sass, do you have any news? Anything you want to unburden yourself of?
No, trying to think. Started listening to The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich last night.
Who wrote that?
I don't know. It's too long.
That's a
It's
huge
so long.
book.
57 hours long.
I bought
Wow.
that book and it sits on my bookshelf this wide, and the spine of the book is just a fucking swastika.
Dude.
So people come over
Really?
and they're like, "What the fuck are you reading, dude?" It's like,
I
well, I didn't start
pivoted.
reading it.
I pivoted to the Cold War. I can't. 57 hours. I mean, that's going to take me. I was like, I'm just going to listen to this at night.
Did it used to be called The Rise and Fall of Adolf Hitler, or is that a different book?
There's a bunch of. There's so many.
Because there's
There's probably one called that.
a Netflix series that's like very specific about that. And one of the guy who wrote The Rise and Fall of Adolf Hitler is one of the voices that speaks, but it's a combination of found footage and also acted out footage. But there's something that I noticed in that Netflix series that fucking bothers me a little bit, and it's like they make Hitler a little bit uglier than he actually was. Like, and I don't think Hitler was cute, but like I've noticed this in a bunch of Hitler movies where they'll make his like hairline worse, his nose bigger, his skin worse, and I think it's because Hollywood thinks that if Hitler's too good looking that he'll be like a sympathetic character.
Oh, interesting.
That
I
will
can
be
see
in the
that.
movie theater being like, who's that guy?
Yeah. Boy,
Who's that
it's
stud?
also what a taste of his own medicine, because I don't know if you've ever seen the way that he depicted Jews.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
But
Right. Exactly.
I have met many Jews, and most of them do not look anything like
Yeah.
the posters that I have seen
The
from
ma-
Germany in that time.
Yeah.
Like, I think Americans are smart enough to realize that Hitler's ideas in and of themselves were bad. Like, we don't need them coming from an ugly dude. Like,
Yeah.
it could be Brad Pitt from Troy.
Right.
And we could still be like, Hitler's
I don't know about that.
Hitler's Hitler.
Who
You're like,
is
if he
who
was hot
is
as
the
fuck.
most handsome bad guy in history?
Ooh, good question.
Is there a guy who we would
King
definitively
Leopold of
say
Belgium.
Bin
was
Laden
like-
was like 6'7".
who was?
Bin Laden.
Yeah,
Bin
but
Laden used to be a runway and beautiful hair,
Yeah.
thick beard, like an
Yeah.
alpha.
he did have some nice eyes,
Yeah.
right? They're kind of like steely.
Yeah.
That's why he had so many bitches. What did
Yeah.
he have, 9 wives or something
I
like
think he had
that?
like 11 wives.
And he
11
knew how to make his eyes pop too, because he would always wear creams.
Yeah.
He had like
and
gaunt cheeks.
sand.
He was
Yeah.
thin.
He's tan as hell.
Yeah.
Super tan.
Bin
He was
Laden.
built like KD.
Except in the last years, he probably wasn't that tan because he didn't really go out.
He didn't really
much.
go out much.
But maybe he
did
had like a
have-
tanning
He
bed.
probably had like
He
a.
had an outside area at the compound.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah, like a big one.
Really?
I think he
Do you
had
think he
a-
went out there?
Yes,
a
absolutely.
tan,
I think
just
they said that he went out there.
Who said?
Like they said that they would see a really tall dude walking
just in a
out
tanning
outside
bed,
there.
in a turban and a speedo,
Yeah,
fucking sunning
yeah.
himself.
Just those beautiful blue eyes peeking over the wall.
Yeah. No, I think he had like a I think there might have been like a rooftop, and there was definitely an outside area. I want to say he had some sort of like rooftop with like a pool.
It was an infinity pool.
Oh, is that where we left the Black Hawk?
I think so.
We
yeah.
scuppered the
That's where it
Black Hawk.
touched down,
You
yeah.
believe that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
We were like, we can't bring this $50 million helicopter
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
All right, somebody knock the rotors off and bring the manual so they can't rebuild it.
It kind of is.
Grab the manual from the glove box.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that it kind of shows how strong those helicopters are. That they had, I don't know how many dudes were on the helicopters, but they just piled everyone onto the second helicopter.
Is that what they did?
I think
We didn't drive anyone out?
we might have. No, I don't think so. Because
I don't
it was
think
like,
we
it was like
did.
chaos.
Yeah.
Because
Was there
all
other
the-
baddies in the neighborhood? Was
All
there
the neighbors were like surrounding the place.
Right.
Yeah, but we had SEAL Team 6 in there. We had bad dudes in there.
Yeah, but there was
Yeah.
like a lot of people. And they had,
Yeah?
like, baseball bats and shit.
Yeah, but those are like guys that, you
With
know,
barbed wire
they
on
had,
it.
Yeah.
they had just broken down the farmer's market. They're not fucking taking on SEAL Team 6. How many farmers markets would you need in order to actually think, okay, we've got the guys we can take on SEAL Team 6?
We have enough farmers. Is it farmers or people that work at the farmers market?
That's it's what people who work at the farmers market. So there's guys in there that are like selling soap and
Candles.
weird rope goods,
art.
lots of alpaca throws, I would guess.
Alpaca socks.
Yeah. Mhm.
I mean, they're probably strong. Do people in Pakistan have guns? Like, do they have guns like the United States has guns?
I think they have guns
Like
there.
you can go and just buy a
Yeah,
AK?
Pakistan has a lot of guns from like AKs from
Yeah.
the fall of the Soviet Union
Yeah.
and their occupation of Afghanistan. I'm sure they were buying them in bulk for
Yeah.
cents on the dollar.
What other? I'm trying to think of other hot bad guys because I think
Stalin was pretty decent
Yes,
looking.
yes.
Stalin was pretty decent looking.
young Stalin.
Yeah. Yeah. And he had that beautiful mustache and very strong, and he was always wearing like a military outfit, I think.
Yeah.
Girls love a man in
Good
uniform.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a James Bond type of deal where you have to be like scarred in the face or bleeding blood or something like that. Like there's hot dude like I mean I guess there's a different villain in everybody's story, but Che Guevara was
Yes.
pretty good looking. He fucked a
Mhm.
lot.
Putin's not a bad looking guy.
No, Putin is a thumb.
Really?
You'd fuck Putin?
No, I mean I wouldn't fuck.
You
Stalin
bend over
either.
Putin and fucking clap his cheeks?
No, but like Putin's like jacked.
No, bro.
He's a put together man.
Even at his young hottest, I don't even think he's hot for a Russian.
I think he is.
King Leopold of Belgium he had a beautiful beard.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure that he was a hot dude.
I'm trying to think if there is a maligned sort of despot from history who we would not have to say was overcoming some insecurity in his grasp for power. So, for example, Napoleon, Napoleonic complex. He was really short, which, by the way, I actually found out is not that true. I don't think he was that short.
Wasn't he like 5'7"?
I don't even know if it was that small, but I think it was like political cartoons
I don't
that
think
made
5'7"'s that small.
Yeah, well, I think he might have even been taller than that.
Oh, really?
But I think it was political cartoons that tried to make him seem small.
But weren't dudes back then also big as hell?
I think dudes are getting bigger. I don't think that we've crested past the biggest dude era.
I think that might have been the biggest dude era.
The 1800s in France?
Jacked and tall.
No, I think that we're in the biggest dude era right now.
He's pretty short, 5'6" or 5'7", which was slightly taller than the average for the times for people generally.
I heard that in my book. My book this morning. They were talking about Napoleon.
When was he around?
1800s.
Was it the 1800s?
I think so, yeah.
Boy, isn't it amazing to think that that's taller than the average? And then that's evolution moves slowly, but it also kind of moves a little quickly.
So what, in like 200 years, people are going to be like, I don't date anyone under 7 feet?
Yeah. Yeah. Guy says he's 6'11" on his Tinder profile. Yeah, right. Fucking 6'9" loser.
Oh my god,
that's pretty good.
Look at Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah,
I mean, dudes are just getting taller and more skilled.
Do you guys know? Do you guys know about the evolutionary theories about why people have genetic racial traits?
No.
For example, the reason why Asian people
are short.
That's not where I was going to go. I think what I've read, the word is hooded eyelids.
Oh, okay.
So smaller apertures.
First I'm hearing of this.
Right. We're in dangerous territory. Let's call it a Wikipedia page that I'm citing. The theory is that it was because as humans or early humans migrated north, the weather temperatures or the climate that they encountered was what started to form physical facial features.
Yeah.
And it had to do something with the brighter the sun or the ice of the Arctic. I don't even fucking remember. Sand,
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So if you got a couple Asian guys in like some overcast weather, it would just change history.
Well, you'd be like, that dude's not Asian.
They'd be
Look
like
at how big his
round-eyed
eyes
deers.
are.
They'd just be doughy-eyed, fucking. But now, I mean, look at how it's manifesting. All the medalists in the shooting in the Olympics were Asian countries.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if you gave them guns, dude.
Why is that?
That's probably why guns are banned over there. They'd be too good with them.
Yeah, I didn't understand. That's weird because they can't have guns.
Right. The school shooters
at it practicing with 3D printed guns.
Yeah. How do they even practice?
I don't know. BB guns, maybe.
Why did they all win that? Is that because their technology's better? They're more precise?
I think it's got to be what you're talking about.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
It's something with the eyes.
It's like in medieval castles when there's like a very small, a small window that a archer would shoot through.
That's right. Yes,
The more narrow the window, the better your sight is. I think that's got to be what we're talking about.
I don't think that's true.
What do you mean?
I don't think Asian people see smaller than we see.
What are you trying
I'm
to
not
say?
saying small. I'm saying aim small, miss small. That's what I'm talking about.
What are you trying to say there, Sass?
What do you mean? What am I trying to say?
What's this all about Asian people seeing small?
You brought this up. You said that Asian people squint their eyes because they're getting
No, I didn't say
sand
squint.
not
I
say
didn't say squint. There was no squinting.
It's the most racist thing I've ever heard. Coming up with like new conspiracies.
We're gonna cut that.
No. It's too good.
Yeah, Asian people, they squint real hard because they're always getting dust in their eyes.
Genghis Khan.
There is an evolutionary.
Surprised they don't wear
explanation for this.
masks over their eyes too.
Wow. Well, there's also stuff about why skin tones are different. That has to do with like pigment and needing more sunlight for vitamin retention, all that bullshit. I'm not going to look it up. This feels like territory we don't want to be in.
Let's get into skulls. Let's talk skulls.
Yeah, you just the extra bone in the body actually provides the white man with.
Do you know that scene that when he smashes his hand on the wine glass and his hand? Do you know Leonardo DiCaprio and Django? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I was just making a.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. The phrenology is the
Right.
but that's what he's referring
Yeah,
to.
Leo brings out in that scene in Django, he brings out the skull of a former slave, I guess, and breaks it open to show some really racist shit. And shortly thereafter, he's now discovered that Jamie Foxx and Christoph Waltz are not who they say they are.
Right.
And he smashes his hand on the table in anger, and he smashes a coupe glass,
Mhm.
and his hand goes through it, and his hand is bleeding, and he continues on in the scene, gets
And that
all
was
of his
real?
lines right, starts picking
Oh,
the
that
glass
happened.
out
That
of his
actually
hand.
happened.
That actually happened.
Oh, damn.
And they kept it.
That's
Leo.
so badass.
Classic.
How
Leo.
fucking badass is that?
They probably had to keep it. They were like, well, we can't just have your hand be bleeding out of nowhere.
Or like the next scene, he's just bandaged up, and then they cut back, and he's not bandaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know
That's
that the
crazy.
coupe glass was designed to represent Marie Antoinette's breast.
What?
The shape of a coupe champagne glass is
Wow.
designed to be analogous to Marie Antoinette's breast. We're talking French history on this one.
Marie Antoinette was the let them eat cake lady.
I believe she was. And that's the same exact time as Napoleon.
Ah.
Because isn't that the
interesting.
beginning? Did you guys watch the Napoleon
No.
movie? I watched the beginning
I
of
heard
it.
it was bad.
I couldn't finish.
Yeah. Did you watch it, Francis?
No.
Yeah, I heard it was bad. I heard Civil War wasn't great either.
I didn't mind Civil War.
That was good.
I thought there was an interesting mood to it. It was much more serious than I thought. I thought it was going to be like White House Down.
I saw
Oh, yeah.
Machino Dorito talking about Civil War. I was like, I can't fucking watch it. You guys know who Machino Dorito is?
No.
Now,
Damn, bro, get up on your fucking TikTok.
White House Down is one of the funniest movies of
great.
all time. Or is it White House Down or is Olympus,
Olympus has fallen.
Well, they're two different.
One's good and one's bad. The Jamie Foxx one is bad. Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx.
I think they're both bad.
Olympus has fallen is the one with the Scottish guy
Yeah,
actor.
but I think I remember watching that. Like I remember watching. It
I
when
thought
was
that one was pretty
younger
good,
and
yeah.
being like, "This movie's fucking awesome."
Yes.
And then I rewatched it with my friends when I was like 18, and we were like, "This is the worst movie I've ever." Like the CGI in it is
yeah,
like
it's bad.
it's like iMovie effects.
Yeah, but they had North Korea.
Yeah,
At least they made the effort to have it be. Whereas the one with Jamie Foxx, it's just like angry American dudes that
Yeah,
take over the
yeah,
White House.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
dude, no chance.
Did you
Yeah.
watch? Neither of you watched Civil War?
I did.
You liked it?
I liked it.
I did too.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was fun.
I thought that Kirsten Dunst's husband in real life, the guy who plays Landry from Friday Night Lights,
Mm.
Jesse Plemons, was incredible. His acting is so subtle and so nuanced in everything he's in. And he's that psychopath just in the middle where
Oh,
they
yeah,
like
yeah.
stop and he, starts just.
That's your husband in real life?
Yeah.
No way.
Mhm.
You know what I think looks good is that Trap movie. We were talking about
Yeah.
that yesterday.
That could be good.
I think that looks good. It comes out
I don't know about it.
tomorrow.
I don't know about it. Break
It's like
it down.
a serial killer who's like locked inside of like
An
a
arena concert.
concert.
What a career
killing
pivot
people.
for what's that guy's name? Josh from
Dumel?
no Hartnett. Thank
Hartnett.
you. That guy. So he was in he
He's
was
like a
in Pearl
heartthrob.
Harbor, right?
Yes.
And he became this heartthrob. He was a teenage
Yeah,
heartthrob.
yeah.
They had him with his wispy bangs, and he was wearing a wife beater and a flowing white shirt, and he had engine oil all over his
He
nose.
kind of squinty Asian eyes.
Yeah.
Probably
Guy that was
lots of
dealing with a lot of
sun being in
dust
those
and
planes.
sun.
Just kind of had to, lower it a little. And he went from that, and then he was in. The next time I kind of saw him was Oppenheimer. The next thing I really remember him being in Oppenheimer.
Right. As
And
like
now
as
this-
like a intellectual.
Intellectual.
He plays one of the scientists.
He's the guy that's sort of like the.
Head of the project. He's like
Head
he
of the
lets him
project.
into the project because he's like, we can't let you in unless you give up this fucking communist bullshit that
Yeah, yeah.
stop going to the meetings.
Yeah.
I thought you watched it multiple times.
I do, but I just don't know who we're talking about.
Got it. You never saw Pearl Harbor.
I didn't.
Not
Mm.
a patriot.
No, I am a patriot. That's why I didn't watch it.
No, it's a triumphant story.
I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch footage of our soldiers being killed, bro.
Bro, it's part of the story, bro.
That's more your style.
No, it really fires me up. It's like, hey, look what they tried to take from us.
They did take it from us.
They tried to take our freedom. They could have just left it alone. There's an alternate universe where America just stays out of World War II.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do.
How many Americans died in World War II? Like 300,000, something like that. I think it was surprisingly low.
Yeah, only 300,000
calling
people
that low?
died.
Well, like
calling that
60
low?
million people died in World War II.
Pretty unpatriotic.
So 300,000 in the grand scheme of things isn't that many.
Wow, bro.
400,000.
400,000.
400
You're
plus.
pretty locked in.
That's not many people. It's SAS.
Well, it's a lot of people, but compared to other countries, it's not. 60 million people died.
Are you including, like everybody that died in the Holocaust?
Wait, so it was only 6
million.
million Jews that died in the Holocaust. Wow, that's not even like that many people compared to 60 million?
Well, that is a lot of people compared to how many Jews there are in the world.
Yeah, but compared to the entire amount of people that died, that's like only like 10% of the people that died in the war.
No, it was like
Wow, that's like
it was
nothing, bro.
1/4 of Jews died.
How many people follow Barstool on TikTok? It's like 25 million, right?
If I died, would you say, well, compared to how many people work at Barstool, it's not that many that he died? Would you just write it off?
Barely
as like
any of New York.
No,
died
I would
today.
be like, that's a
Small-
good chunk.
Oh, I would matter more than
Yeah,
the
you'd
Jews.
be a great statistic.
More than the American soldiers who lost their lives in World War II.
And no, it's more of like a compliment how little Americans died.
We were unkillable.
Yeah,
I
Except
don't
for the
tell that to the
400,000.
wives of the soldiers who landed at
The
Normandy.
mothers.
they're probably all dead too.
Tell it to
so,
the mothers.
There's a few left. We're getting to the end though.
Yeah,
Soon we'll have the last ones.
I'm sure there's a few left because they were all probably dating like 12-year-olds.
Are you saying the greatest generation was pedophiles? No, bro.
The widows are all like 29 right now.
Certified pedophiles. That would be
They're in
good.
their-
I mean,
they're
that
in
would be
their-
good
they're in their
propaganda.
late 40s.
Mathematically,
Impossible.
that would have been great propaganda for the Nazis and the Russians, though, and the Japanese. If they were just like, yeah, the Americans are all
Yeah,
the pedophiles.
yeah.
We have to kill them because that would justify it. It's like, yeah, they were telling us that they were all pedophiles. They were
Yeah.
telling us they had 12-year-old wives.
I
What-
mean, I
what-
think that was kind of like a universal thing, though.
What was their propaganda about the United States at the time? What were they saying about us? Because we were saying all manner of nasty stuff about them.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese,
We're like, they're savages.
they were like kicking Japanese people out of the country, putting them in like,
Internment camps.
yeah.
Well, yeah, the Japanese had propaganda. I'm trying to think about what the Germans said. My guess would be that it was all about how unfairly they were treated at the Treaty of Versailles and the way that World War I ended. And
It did fuck up their economy badly.
Mhm.
Make Germany great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fucked up their economy. The United States economy was booming, though,
Oh, yeah.
When?
after World War One.
You're right. 1918.
I know I'm right, bro.
That's just so fucking
This is fresh,
dialed
this is
today.
fresh info.
He
Yeah.
started reading The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like they probably just had posters of us like sucking off Jewish people. That
Yeah.
probably
Probably.
just like a blonde, corn-fed dude from Iowa sucking off a Jewish dude.
Do you think we'll get to a point where like people will start like fleeing America, going to other countries, and being like, "I escaped democracy, America"?
That would be funny if they did. But I remember there was a contest where it was like write 6 words, describe America in 6 words, and one of the winning entries was like, "Even our worst critics stay," or something like that, or something basically like people who are like, whenever you hear like, if you don't like it, you can get out. It's like people criticize America, but they still choose to stay. So I think that
I thought it was like 6, like just like 6 cool things about America.
Budweiser, AK-47,
John Deere.
yeah,
Shane Gillis.
yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Sydney Sweeney's titties. Fuck, that's 3 words. Still
How many do I-
keep it.
How many do I have left?
The American haiku. We should leave that as a comment. 6 words to describe America. Best 6 words.
Yeah.
We will give you nothing.
Not connected, not a sentence.
Yeah,
just
just
6 things that you consider to fall under the umbrella of America.
I'm joining a men's softball league.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
What?
Yeah.
With who?
With some comics.
Oh.
You have a pretty nice swing.
I do, but I don't know. Like they
asked me to do this. Who is that?
Derek?
Derek? It's
Yeah.
Derek. Yeah.
Yeah, we could use you on our team. Honestly, we got a lot of scrawny dudes.
I've
on our
never
team.
really been a big softball guy.
You could just be
You'll-
designated hitter.
And you also would pick it up in 2 seconds.
Well, it's not so much my skill that I'm worried about.
Right.
It's just
The
general
optics, yeah.
commitment to an evening of softball.
Did you guys know how expensive baseball gloves are?
What are they, like $100?
Well, you can get one for $100, but
That's the
they're
shitty
like-
one?
If you go on like Wilson, like their website, they're like $500.
Well, that's what you want, though.
I'm not spending $500 on a baseball glove.
Don't you know the rule? The more you spend on something, the better it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means that if I saw one for 400 and I saw one for 500, I wouldn't be able to live with myself buying the
got the
$400
$400
one
one.
because I would always know that there was one that was better.
Yeah, I can't really swing dropping $500 on a baseball glove right now, though.
Look how
especially
fat your
'cause-
wallet is right there,
Especially because
bro.
I don't even know if I'm gonna I'm playing on the game in August, and then like as soon as NFL starts and there's European games that start at like noon or like 9 a.m.
No, I'm happy to hear about
I'm
this.
calling in sick.
Because now we know what we're going to talk about for the next 6 months on this podcast.
That's a great
We
point.
have
True.
Sass's next
is
hobby.
true.
Like, dude, did you realize that if you play short left field, you have a better angle throwing to home base?
See, that's my worry. Is they were like when I was growing up and I played baseball, if you were bad, you just played outfield because no one could hit it to the outfield, except like maybe like one kid per team.
Now, if you're bad, you like play first base.
Yeah, and now they're like everyone's saying outfield, and I'm like, that's kind of my position. And then, but then I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't even know if I can throw a softball from like deep outfield to like second base.
That's why you play short field. You're the
Yeah,
cutoff man.
They told me I'm gonna play shortstop.
What?
Yeah,
The hot corner?
yeah, I guess.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they're putting you there.
I wanted to play first.
Can
I'm
you
a lefty.
catch? Can you catch good?
Yeah. Me and Francis had a great catch in the Chicago office with lacrosse sticks.
Oh, yeah, we did do.
That's way different.
Yeah, but it's just like hand-eye coordination. I can catch balls. I can catch stuff. Right? I was good at catching.
You know what? I'm not going to take that from you.
Yeah. And I was good at throwing.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm probably the second best lacrosse player in the office. Jake
Behind
Malasek, I
Dukes?
think, is like going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And so is Billy and Dukes also both play
Steve
lacrosse.
Romano
And Steve was, like,
played
professional lacrosse
professionally.
players.
But yeah, you're
top
second
10.
best.
Put it
Top
this
10.
way. I don't think I'm the best. in the
Francis
office.
played at
I played Division I lacrosse.
Division One at one of the
High
better.
school All-American.
I forgot
You
that.
said you're second best.
I forgot
Oh,
that
you
Al-
might not be
I'm not
second
the
best in this
best.
room.
I forgot how many people played lacrosse here.
It's Barstool Sports, bro.
Yeah.
Most of like Mooby, bro. Mooby might be
Movie's
better than
good.
you.
Yeah.
Mooby and Smelly might fucking dust you.
Smelly. I think it's stinky, not smelly.
Yes, Stinky might get your
Massive
ass.
difference there.
The fuck?
That's me.
It's the money calling. Holy fuck. We got to get a lacrosse team going.
I know. Little beer league lacrosse.
That's the one sport. I don't understand anybody who wants to continue playing that after 25.
It hurts.
It's so brutal.
There's so much pain involved in that
It's
sport.
so you come home, things are in bad shape.
There's so many bruises.
What hurts the most? You're just getting
You
smacked
just
by a
get
stick.
Smacked in the
Smacked
arm by
around,
the stick
elbows. They always seem to
constantly.
hit you right on the knuckles and the elbow cap.
It hurts so much.
Just places where the skin is very thin.
I remember a story about Leonardo DiCaprio playing lacrosse.
Yeah.
They smoked him right in the knuckles. He still went on to score 12 goals.
And they kept it all in the shot.
They
What was that
left it in.
lacrosse movie?
Oh yeah,
Crooked Arrows?
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Classic.
saw that?
Of course.
I remember getting
The movie was dog
fundraising
shit.
solicitations for that.
What do you mean? They wanted you to
Someone
produce
on
it?
our alumni network was a producer and kept asking us if we wanted to donate money. I'm like, dude, I'm in college.
Yeah.
You want to
That
keep the
movie-
story of lacrosse
I
alive?
can't fund the Native American heritage story of lacrosse.
It was pretty much. I think the movie was just about like Duke, like a Duke lacrosse team playing against like traditional Native Americans, and they got like smoked or something like that.
The Duke team did?
I
Or
don't
the
know. It
Native
wasn't
Americans
actually- It was
did?
like a good team played against. I don't know, something with Native Americans and something.
Who
with
wins,
a good
though?
lacrosse team.
the natives or the Dukes?
I think Duke. They always
Really?
come out on top. Yeah.
You took our land and then you beat us in lacrosse.
Yeah, that movie wasn't great. I remember even watching it as a kid and being like, "This, like, that's when you're supposed to like every movie that you watch."
I played in college against Lyle Thompson.
Yeah.
Native American?
Yeah. He was the best player. He might be the best player ever.
Not even. He's better than Rabel.
Yeah, probably.
Better than the Christmas Brothers?
You know the Christmas Brothers?
Of course, bro.
This kid was
Virginia royalty.
they were
Or
twins.
Syracuse.
Me and Roan did a lot of lacrosse studying to make you feel better today.
What's happening here?
Better than the Christmas Brothers, really.
You sure about that?
We studied World War II and lacrosse before coming in.
What are a few of his favorite things?
Uh,
When the dog bites, when the bee
you guys,
stings.
yeah, you guys chose poorly. Yeah, we should be.
What I'm feeling. Let's talk about Schultz in the round.
Yeah, well, you're right. You know what? To your point, it's like every time we come in here, we just talk about what he wants to talk about.
Right. We're going to be talking
We
about
talked about cyber attacks last episode. You missed it. Good episode.
really good episode.
Good. I'm glad to hear.
We
it.
talked about, or it was foreign policy and cyber attacks.
We talked about
Which is up your alley.
Obama attacking Iran, shutting down the nuclear program.
You want to talk about good-looking bad guys?
Obama.
I was gonna say, obviously, I think consensus best-looking American president ever, probably Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, Teddy Roosevelt was pretty hot.
Was he?
No.
In like a burly outdoorsman way.
Yeah, but you
In like a
had to-
Ron Swanson type of way.
That had to be your taste. He was stout.
But, I
He was
mean,
very stout.
in
Maybe
a-
more stout than Napoleon.
but who
honestly.
could dress a deer better, him or Kennedy? You know what I mean? If you're fucking in a survival.
Yeah, but I'll take a man who knows his way around a tiller and a centerboard,
Yeah.
a jib,
The jib. He is a sailor.
So
aviator
did
sunglasses,
Kennedy-
linen shirts.
Did Kennedy rape Marilyn Monroe?
I don't think that's the thought.
That didn't happen.
No, they dated. They were having an affair.
Isn't that whole movie with Ana de Armas about like her being raped by like all these politicians or like celebrities? Isn't he one of them?
I didn't see the movie. I didn't know that. But
I didn't see the
They
movie
had an
either.
affair.
No, I didn't see the movie.
Have you ever heard her sing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President"?
Have I heard? No.
Happy birthday. Let's put it this way: it is not the pitch choice of a victim.
Yeah, she popped out of a cake.
Yeah, but I think like that movie. I think that movie was like really brutal. I think it's like NC-17.
Right,
Really?
because her
Yeah,
De Armas's titties aren't big enough to fucking match up to Monroe's.
true. So
Hmm.
they had to add some brutal scenes to make it more realistic.
My 6 words to describe America: Sydney Sweeney's titties, Billie Eilish titties.
What are those about? Are those
Billie
just?
Eilish?
I see memes about those.
Yeah, the front page of Reddit is just Francis's shoulder video and Billie Eilish titties.
There are no claims or records to JFK sexually assaulting Marilyn. However, Happy Birthday song, while dressed in a glamorous time, the same one. Oh, okay, that doesn't have anything to do with it. What the fuck?
The rumor
Where'd you get it from?
I just googled, did JFK rape Marilyn Monroe, and it says there are no claims. Okay, this is hilarious. There are no claims or records to JFK sexually assaulting Marilyn Monroe. However, in 1962, Marilyn famously sang the Happy Birthday song to JFK while dressed in a glamorous diamond-encrusted gown, the same one Kim Kardashian wore to the Met Gala earlier this year.
Wow.
Talk about two topics that have absolutely nothing to do with
However-
each
That's
other.
that Google AI bullshit.
However, if you are worried about that, let yourself calmly accept this new information.
Yeah. There are no claims that he did rape her, but she did wear a spectacular dress when she sang Happy Birthday. Oh, okay. That clears things up for me.
Well,
Well, how could she get raped?
now I've got something to go
Yeah,
on.
now I've got a piece of information.
I know you're looking for a tidbit to carry into a conversation, but
Yeah. Look, I didn't get what I wanted.
this is a different tidbit that should take you pretty far.
Guys, I've got good news and bad news.
It's just what is the bad news?
And I don't know which one's
Yeah.
which.
They should have let Kardashian play Monroe. You think she's the Monroe of our time?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
In a
Did
foregone.
people hate Marilyn Monroe? Like
Yes, they did. Well, you know, she fucked up Kennedy's marriage to Jackie, and everyone loved Jackie. And
Well, Kennedy fucked up his marriage.
Jackie,
What a-
I just
what a
wanted to
fucking
get my
progressive
dick wet.
take from you. Look at you.
Well, he did.
He was seduced by the hottest woman of his time.
I'm glad we qualified that, right? Yes, it takes two to wreck a marriage. It's the man's fault. We get it.
Wow, we see whose side you're on, Sass.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
No, but it's like, didn't he? I mean, he took her to like these fancy hotels and stuff. What is the famous hotel that he would make sweet love? to her in?
Amanyara.
Make sweet consensual love to her in. Did you guys know that she wore a dress? Beautiful dress when she sang "Happy Birthday."
Mm-hmm.
There's nasty propaganda about Monroe as well, though. Like that she was smelly. And not a
Oh,
lacrosse
I've
player.
heard that she was smelly. Yes,
Smelly, and
Really?
then she would like bring like sandwiches into her bed and just
Yeah.
like leave them there. Like that's kind of weak propaganda, honestly.
Yeah,
And
they
she
had
ate
nothing
in
else.
bed.
Yeah,
Like, all
it's like
right.
the best place to eat is in bed.
Yeah, so
The-
she was
the-
comfy as fuck.
Yeah,
The story was that Kennedy would use the tunnels, the Secret Service tunnels, entrances and exits to the White House to have the Secret Service bring young women, staffers, and he'd have pool parties at the White House.
yeah.
And they would go get girls from the pool party and bring them in, and then he would have sex with them, and then they would take them out. And the rumor was it was like happening 2 or 3 times a day.
Oh, really?
That he was having sex with like 2 or 3 new people a day.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
How did it never get out?
I mean,
People
we're talking
knew it
about
was a different time.
Yeah.
It was a different time where people knew and they wanted to protect the
They'd be like, "That's
president.
nasty business. We can't
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That
like
makes sense.
yeah.
You don't say anything. It's fucking nuts." I wonder if other presidents at that time were like, was Harry Truman fucking like that?
No, I read the Truman biography.
Was
Autobi-
Calvin
or the
Coolidge
biography.
fucking like that?
Some I'm sure did.
Silent Cow.
Truman faced temptation and loved his wife so deeply that he would get mad if any of his buddies would be like, "Hey, we should go out and fuck around." He'd flip out.
Yeah, it's also probably pretty tough to go out and fuck around while you're the president of the United States.
Before and after, after,
Oh.
during. his whole
Well,
life.
I mean, if there's secret tunnels where they're bringing you underage girls,
Were they
fucking.
underage.
He just said young girls.
Yeah, I don't know if they were underage, but they were young. They were like, he like took girls' virginity. There was a woman wrote a book about it.
That's
recently.
insane.
Yeah.
Imagine getting your virginity taken by the president of the United States.
Imagine being the next guy.
Yeah.
That's nasty
Am I
work.
your first? No, John F. Kennedy, actually.
Are you gonna call me again?
They're monitoring my calls, so probably not.
Damn. That's probably the Japanese propaganda. Kennedy's fucking underage girls. I guess it was a different era,
Different time.
20 years removed. I wonder if FDR was fucking, if they had to splint his dick to a 12-inch ruler to make it work.
Mm.
Does polio affect the penis?
I'm sure.
Has to.
Polio
It's
of
probably
the
the
penis?
first thing it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he was just married to his cousin.
Was he really?
Yep. Eleanor.
It was his cousin, and she was a lesbian.
And she was not,
fit.
I don't think she was very attractive.
No.
But he couldn't fuck around because his penis didn't work.
She looked like
Yeah.
that girl from the Addams Family. Really, really tall one.
Yeah.
Who's got a name like It or B or some weird 1-syllable nonsense.
If she was of age, if she was now, she would be on the American rugby team, just stiff arming bitches.
Dude, we watched some of the handball yesterday. It's incredible.
Do you ever watch dudes play handball in New York?
No.
It's amazing.
Hmm.
I don't know how their shoulders work because they're swinging their full arm like it's a fucking paddle. No
Yeah.
bend in the arm. And
Yeah.
it's like their shoulders the joint has to be like a well-oiled machine. Like my shit would come flying off like a Ken doll arm if I tried to swing my arm like that.
How come 90% of the Olympic sports are like gym class games?
Because they're like old sports.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like parachute.
I mean,
one of them.
getting on the handball team must not be that hard.
If you see these guys that play in New York, they're smacking the fuck out of the ball.
Yeah, but like,
You know what
I
astonishes
think
me?
anyone in the NFL could be on the handball team.
Well, the Stand is starting up a handball league, bro. You should get
Really?
in it.
Yeah, Sunday afternoons.
This isn't like a comedians league though.
Just the team.
Just our team. No, and it's like there's like 4 comics on it.
I'm surprised that is enough for you to want to do it. The thing that surprises me about the Olympics is that the skateboarders are not required to wear helmets.
Well,
It
that
is
would
like
take
our
away
greatest
from the
skateboarder.
swag.
It's like Najee Houston.
Yeah,
I think. Did he win gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so badass.
What a god!
yeah. He's
What a
awesome.
god that dude
Yeah,
is.
he's been around for a while.
And they can
He's
just rack up
so
medals.
athletic.
Yeah.
And cool. They're probably like
cool.
wearing Palace to fucking the
Yeah.
Olympic ceremonies.
Well, I think the thing is like those guys, they start when they get popular when they're so young. So it's like, oh, he's been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
Scheckler's hot ass is probably out there.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? The American 3-on-3 basketball team is like losing games. It's like we can't just pick the like next 16 best players in the NBA and have them be on the team. Like
Right.
why? I can't imagine like 3 NBA dudes losing to like the fucking Serbian team or like fucking Jimmer Fredette is our best option that we're sending out there.
Is he on the team?
Yeah. He's
Wow.
like a good college player from 15 years ago.
Maybe the guys in the NBA don't want to play on
That
the
would be
3-on-3
my
team.
guess.
Yeah.
They're like,
Why?
if I'm gonna play, I want to play on the dream
Yeah.
team, and if not, forget it. I'll take my summer
Yeah.
off.
Gold medal's a gold medal though.
I like that guy who's the former NBA player who's now on the beach volleyball
Chase
team.
Budinger.
That's cool. What a
Yeah.
cool pivot that is.
He was a stud in college at volleyball
Sick.
at Arizona.
Yeah.
Because that's a tough sport. I don't know if you guys have ever played beach volleyball,
No.
but it's hard.
I played
looks
like
hard as
6s, not
fuck.
2s.
yeah.
Playing with 2 people,
It's
covering that
insane.
much.
It's so crazy.
You have to be so
Kinda
athletic.
Jump
Yeah.
in sand. It's like jumping in your dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, why am I not going anywhere?
It's like riding the manual city bike. It's like moving in slow motion, pedaling as
Why am I
fast
going
as
backwards?
you can. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, people are furious that they're not wearing bikinis, that they're wearing like spandex pants.
Yeah, the boys want to be horny.
Yeah.
The fellas want to be horny as hell.
Yeah.
People are pissed that you can't see the tennis player women's nipples anymore.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we even watching?
Dante made a blog of the hottest
I saw that.
the
I opened up
hottest
my email
Olympians.
and saw that.
And I'll tell you what.
Part 1. I
one
only
and-
saw part 1. I
1
didn't
and
get to part 2.
It was like 1 and 2 looked pretty good, and then it was a pretty steep drop off from there.
The fact that they're Olympians just makes them cool in and
I
of
do
themselves,
agree with
though.
that. I
That's
do
hot
agree with
in and
that.
of itself.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to date an Olympian.
Did you guys see how much people are sucking off the Korean woman that won the shooting competition? They're like, this is the coolest human being that has ever lived. She
No.
like wins the shooting competition like very nonchalantly, has like a backwards hat, like puts down her shit real cool. It's like a 2-second clip. I guess she looks cool.
I saw the clip. She does look cool in it.
People are
I saw
slobbing on her knob.
She quote tweeted and was like, "Thank you for all of the support."
But I think in shooting, you naturally have to be cool because, or like you have to be actually cool, not like a cool dude. Like you have to be cool, calm, and collected because like if your heart rate goes up even a little bit.
Yeah.
I know in the biathlon where you ski and shoot simultaneously, alcohol is a prohibited substance because it naturally lowers your heart rate.
Oh, not because they don't want people shooting guns while they're drunk?
No, that's fine. No one gives a fuck about that. It's because it calms you down enough, and I guess it makes you better shooter.
Yeah.
So you just have to be cool if you're shooting. You can't be like a fucking spaz. Fucking
Right.
That makes sense. I got pretty good aim
prove it.
with a gun.
Prove it.
I have a video of me shooting an AK and I hit like the head every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're so cool.
Some cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, you really don't. I haven't seen you lose your shit that much,
Never.
but you are.
I was losing my shit. I decided that I was ready to play online on NCAA last night.
You got body-yachted?
If you want to see me lose my cool, taking the controller and like smashing it against my hand. I lost 53-0 the first game I played. I didn't realize you have to play as like a top 5 team or else you have zero chance.
Yeah.
Every single pass I threw was a pick six.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think the guy even had possession of the ball once.
He's just going on defense every time?
He got a pick six almost every single play.
His offense is just fully clean uniforms,
Yeah.
well
it was
rested.
like BC versus Ohio State, which Ohio State in that game has like a cheat code because their running back has this like, he's like the best running back in the NCAA, and he has this like move where he can just spin and then like jump like 40 feet to the side.
Yeah, he's like one of those spiders when you extrapolate a spider to human size. Or like an ant. They could just pick up a building and fucking jump the entire length of the field.
Yeah.
Their DN on Ohio State's good too. 44. Potential first-round draft pick. Keep your eyes on him.
I'm not up to date on the college draft right now.
This is going to be a really dumb question. The game projects the players for the upcoming season.
Yes.
It's not obviously
It's
the
not
players
last
from last
year.
year. Okay.
Which I thought it was.
Hmm.
Like I was ready. I picked UNC at first because I was ready to play as Drake May.
I see.
And then it was not Drake May.
They always keep a good quarterback, though.
Yeah.
Drake May, Sam Howell, Mitch Trubisky, Caleb
True.
Presley.
True.
That's literally their like last 4 quarterbacks.
Caleb should have stuck with it. He could be on the Patriots right now.
He would be.
If he stuck with it, he probably could be like a bench warmer right now.
Hmm.
Like someone they bring in to like take the kneel at the end of the game.
You need good morale guys on a football team.
Yeah.
Will Compton played 10 years.
Yeah.
Just
He was
off
dog
vibes.
shit.
No, bro, he picked off Russell Wilson.
Did he really?
Yeah,
I've never seen that
How
clip.
crazy is that?
Did he really? He picked him off. Are you sure about that?
100%.
That's crazy. I've only seen the clips of his like 3 tackles that he got.
I think he has 3 interceptions. Maybe it was in. I doubt it was in college. I don't know. I could
Oh,
be
in
wrong.
college.
I'm
I thought you meant in the NFL.
I think he has
picked off
3
Russell
NFL
Wilson.
interceptions. Can we check that to see if Compton had 3 NFL interceptions? Maybe I'm lying.
That would be pretty impressive. Picking off Russell Wilson, you get your 10.
Yeah. 3 picks.
Really?
In college.
In the pros.
In the NFL?
See, that's fucking amazing.
That's crazy.
And people shit on Will. The rhetoric is like, you didn't do anything in the NFL. It's like,
But you're a special teamer.
yo,
People think he's dumb.
that guy is better than every person we've ever met at
Yeah.
football.
What's crazy is that,
except
Taylor.
his podcast co-host.
yeah.
and Arian Foster. Like
Yeah.
all of our football players were like, I don't know. It's like you have to be pretty fucking good
Yeah.
to do that.
To work at Barstool as a former NFL player.
Yeah, you have to be pretty fucking special to
Well,
work
we
at
have
Barstool.
standards. We're not just hiring any fucking schmuck off the streets.
Yeah, we got Mooby and Smelly.
Yeah, exactly. D1. That's crazy that I didn't know he picked off Russell Wilson. That's pretty. I got new respect for him now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
you used to disrespect
Russell Wilson
him.
in his prime.
Yes.
Because right now, I think I could pick off Russell Wilson. Dude is trash.
Well,
People are furious at me for saying that Trevor Lawrence sucks. Is that like a new take? Dude is dog shit.
You got a notey on your phone?
I saw. Yeah, I literally just got one before we started recording. They were like, Trevor Lawrence brought the Jags to 2 back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in like 10 years. Jordan Love has won 8 games. Brother.
Jordan Love has made how much money? What's that contract?
I think he's like making the same amount of money as Trevor Lawrence, but
Oh yeah, they did get the exact same contract. You're right.
Yeah. But I mean, Trevor Lawrence, like Mac Jones, is going to end up starting half the games this season.
That's not true.
Dude, they're showing videos from the training camp. Trevor Lawrence can't stop throwing picks, and Mac Jones cannot stop throwing just dimes.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard you read these training camp news. It gets nasty.
Anytime someone throws a pick, it's like national headlines.
Brock Purdy threw 4 picks
Yeah,
yesterday.
Brock Purdy in all caps. Brock Purdy struggling at training camp.
J.J. McCarthy struggling.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams struggling at training camp.
I saw a video. They were
Daniel
like,
Jones struggling.
Yeah, they're like J.J. McCarthy struggling against the Vikings defense, and then you see a clip 30 seconds later, and it's like he's thrown 3 perfect touchdown passes in the red zone.
Yeah. You got to factor in all this for your fantasy drafts, bro.
I know.
You
Well,
got
I'm
to
definitely
factor
not
all this
picking
shit.
J.J. McCarthy, but
Brother.
We got to
are you going to do our fantasy league?
Sure.
Yeah? Are you
I'll
going to
do
actually do it?
Yeah.
Because last thing we need is dudes that join and don't do it, because we had that last year, and then they hog all the good guys. Hank, PFT.
Hank and PFT on Part of My Take, big football podcast.
Big football podcast didn't have time to change their lineup once a week.
Bottom of the league.
You could literally throw on auto change. It does it for you.
That's not fucking right.
Yeah.
Dude, invite me and
Sponsored by Verizon's auto change. What was it? Did you always get that?
Yeah. Invite me and Francis over to play NCAA.
Yeah, we'll come over.
Do you have multiple controllers?
No. I guess I could probably use my PS4 controller.
I'll bring over a controller.
You don't have a controller.
I could buy a controller.
They're pricey. Oh shit! That reminds me, I have to go get a new headset today.
I
My headset just
thought you had
broke.
shit to do all day.
My headset broke last night.
Well, tell Billy.
Last time I got a new headset was because Billy told me, he was like, it was right when I started at Barstool, and he was like, do you want, me and my friends used to just play, and we would just FaceTime while we played, so we didn't need headsets. And then Billy was like, we're doing a stream tonight for Barstool if you want to hop on and play Warzone. And I was like, oh, totally. And then I went and I bought a brand new Turtle Beach headset. It was like $150, which was like all of my money at the time. And then I texted him about it, and it was just me and like one of his buddies from college playing. No stream happening. And I was like, why did I just go out and buy a brand new headset for this?
Yeah, that's insane.
A lot of people are saying I'm growing my hair out as a crisis from my divorce. I was growing my hair out before the divorce.
True.
And it's going to be beautiful lettuce once it's all... Like, let him get through this phase,
You
bro.
need to give me some time.
I think it looks good. You got a little like Paul Rudd action going.
Does he have long hair?
He is like that haircut.
I mean, I would not describe it as Paul Rudd action.
Wow,
No.
that's like exactly what Paul Rudd's hair looks like.
It's
You
just
can't
hard for
describe-
people because it's red. That's why people are having a hard time with it. Nobody wants more red hair.
If it was up to the masses, they'd have every redhead shave their head.
Yes, historically, I have limited my red as much as possible out of respect to
Deference.
society
Right,
and children especially.
right.
When I walk down the street and I see mothers pushing their kids behind them to protect them,
Yeah.
I say I need a haircut.
Yeah.
How many redheaded presidents have we had?
That's a good question.
I guess most of them were black and white.
Not many. It's always it's always a dying out breed. That's what I'm always told, that redheads are dying out.
Did Washington have
Yeah,
redheads?
Oh yeah,
was
that's
a
Shane's
redhead.
bit's so funny. Go get them, they're over there. Sit down, George.
7 redheads?
7 redheads.
Oh,
That's pretty
let's-
good. That's
So, are we counting Trump?
Wow. 7 redheads. If all of them had been assassinated, we would say that was a lot of people.
yeah, we would say that's like
A
a
lot of the
Percentage-wise,
redhead
yeah.
presidents were
Yeah.
killed that were
Percentage-wise, that's like between a sixth and a seventh of the presidents.
Yeah.
Damn.
that's a ton. There's not that many presidents.
They're calling John F. Kennedy a redhead, though.
Really?
Thomas Jefferson,
Hmm.
Andrew Jackson,
Hmm.
Martin Van Buren,
Hmm.
Rutherford Hayes, William
Wow.
Howard Taft,
Yeah.
Calvin Coolidge, and John F. Kennedy. So they're not saying Washington was, and they're not calling Trump redheaded. So it could easily be 9.
I wouldn't have called Trump redheaded. Would you?
You
would?
I would consider it.
Blonde. Isn't he blonde?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
Wow.
20%
All right, we'll take
of
him.
our
We'll take
prezzies
Trump.
are. That's insane.
That's
And-
pretty good representation.
Really good rep.
Yeah.
Historically,
A
How
real
many half,
crisis
How many
would
half
be.
Jews have been president?
wait till Kamala's vice president is the dude from Pennsylvania, Shapiro.
Ben?
Josh.
Oh.
We're about to have a new Shapiro in charge, though.
I don't know if it's going to be him, right? Are people saying that? I thought it was going to be the governor of Kentucky.
He's in the running too.
That's who it sounds like it's going to be. But I could be dead wrong.
Is Kamala going to win?
No.
No chance.
Not unless someone clips her earlobe off with a fucking
Yeah.
AR-15.
She goes to piercing pagoda.
Yeah.
She just walks out with a bloody ear. I don't know.
I don't even think it would have to be something other than her ear.
Tit.
She just gets a nose
I
job.
was going to say.
Tit popped off.
Got to be a tit pop.
They shot her through her nipple. That'd be fucking foul work.
And then she does her next speech just wearing a fucking just band-aids over
A
her
pasty,
nipples.
just like a Lil Kim pasty
Yeah,
on her. Just
yeah.
one tit out with a fucking sticker on it. They tried to take my nipple, Joe. We need to get someone to do a good impression of her. Who would it be? what's her name from SNL? Used to be on SNL.
Oh, Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, I could see them bringing her back. She probably did play Kamala
She must have.
in the last election.
Was she on? I guess 2016. She was
Mhm.
probably on SNL still then. Was she?
Or she wouldn't have been, but she would have come
She would've
back.
came back. Yeah.
Remember when Kristen Wiig had like a huge moment? She was like starring in movies. She was like the leading woman in movies. That whole cast of SNL was a strong woman cast. What are the women on SNL doing these days?
They got some good ones. Sarah Squirm.
But is she going to be a leading woman in Hollywood?
She's pretty funny.
Kate McKinnon, is she
Kate
still there?
McKinnon? I
No,
don't
she's
think
not
so.
there.
I don't think she left.
But she's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Queen.
God,
She was
having
in-
like allergies.
She was
out
in
of nowhere.
Barbie, right?
Yeah, probably the funniest character in Barbie. One of them, other than Ryan Gosling.
I never watched all of Barbie. I gotta fucking watch it.
I quite liked it.
My mom read into a lot of the negative propaganda about it and was like staunchly against
Wow.
ever playing Barbie at the house. We're not watching that movie. Strike one, brother. We're due for another cigar episode.
Sure are.
We're overdue.
Wow.
That would be insane.
So, as a cigarette smoker, will you tell me why Marlboro Reds are so heady for people? What's the deal? Why is that so hard for people to smoke?
They're unfiltered, right?
Dude, the first time I smoked a Marlboro Red, I was drunk and I was in early high school. And I remember I thought someone put fentanyl in it. I was like because it was so strong. I was freaking the fuck out.
You're on all fours in a field.
Dude, I remember walking down the street and smoking one and being like, "What the fuck?" I'd smoked a cigarette before, and that was like, I mean, they're so strong.
There are cigars that aren't as strong as a Marlboro Red.
Oh yeah,
It's being on
cigars. I've gotten into cigars. Golly, I have to really be careful
why?
because I could see myself becoming a habitual cigar smoker,
Why do you
and I
have
don't
to
want
be
to be that
careful?
guy
Why?
because that feels like a big thing to do.
No, it does.
It is. It's a big.
When your mouth is constantly tasting like cigars,
Yeah,
and
but
my
also gotta
teeth are going to
reserve-
turn brown.
you got to reserve an hour of a day to smoke one.
Yeah, submit to the fact that I'm going to die of lung or mouth cancer.
but you're not inhaling it.
Yeah, but all that's a big mouthful of smoke.
Yeah.
I love cigars.
You do?
Love them. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you.
We've smoked cigars on this podcast like 10 times.
Yeah, and you were always against it.
I always am the only one that finishes the cigar.
That's not true.
I've had
Roan, you take
Two
like
cigars.
2 hits of them.
I smoke multiple cigars when we do cigar episodes.
Not even close to true.
That is true.
No. It isn't.
Are you saying I'm not a Macanudo man?
We went out when I was in Wyoming. We got cigars. Well, we got Cheyennes, and then we got Black and Milds, and then those weren't good enough quality for my friends. They don't like cigars. I was totally fine smoking those. 'cause
A
I
Black
didn't
and
wanna-
Mild is barely a cigar. That's a
Black
different
and Mild wouldn't
category.
it?
Yeah, but that's a different you're not smoking cigars
It's
if
like
you're
a
having a
cigarillo.
Black and Mild.
No.
Yeah, and that's not either.
So they didn't like those. So then when we were moving spots, we went into Buffalo, Wyoming. We went to a cigar shop and we got Connecticut cut, like smaller cigars. And they were great. Smoked my entire one. And they, like, my buddy Bo smoked like a quarter of his throughout the rest of the trip. He smoked one. We all got 2. He never did finish the first one.
Wow.
We had a sick night though, where it was our last night and we were standing outside of this bar and we were going to smoke our cigars for the last night. And we only had matches and it was super windy out and I couldn't get my cigar to light. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, this like 80-year-old dude in like a cowboy hat comes over and he goes, "You know, smoking's really bad for you." And then he hands me a lighter and then he I light the cigar and then we turn back and he's just gone.
What?
He didn't even
Gone.
ask for the lighter
No,
back?
he got the lighter back and
Oh.
then he just disappeared. It was so sick.
That's cool.
What the fuck? Was he
Yeah.
a ghost?
He might have been.
That's so fucking sick.
It was awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to wrap.
Yeah. I gotta go.
All right, cool.
You want to end the podcast early?
I don't think it's early.
You just gotta go.
My mental clock says we've been doing probably, I'd say, an hour 7.
But I'm having a fun time, and I
Yeah.
also think our listeners deserve this.
Well, I have to go. I have a meeting.
All right.
Fine.
If we started on time, I probably would have been able to go for an hour
It's
45.
just one of those things. It's like, this is all you really do in a week, and you can't give them.
I'm going to Cincinnati tomorrow morning, brother.
Holy shit, dude! I'm gonna be in Columbus.
I know. Francis, where will you be?
Nowhere. Alone.
Slacking. Slacking.
Alone with my thoughts.
You want to come to Cincinnati to turn it into a co-headlining weekend?
No.
Really?
No, I actually don't. I mean, no offense. No.
That sucks.
I'm sorry.
Cincinnati's right by Kentucky.
What are you doing? Are you doing the improv?
Go Bananas.
Okay.
I heard JD Vance is gonna be opening for you.
Go Banana. How is that?
I've never done it.
It's really.
I've heard
good.
it's good.
It's really
I've
good.
heard it's really actually quite good.
It's a cool room shape. It's like a semicircle, like an atrium kind of.
That'll be fun.
Feels Shakespearean.
Sass and I
incredible.
will be in Rochester, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh, we're going to be in Cleveland. That's the big thing. We're
Yeah.
going to be in Cleveland,
In like 2 weeks.
August 15th to the 17th, I think. Get tickets for that at littlesasquatchwebsite.com.
And Cincinnati. This weekend. Tomorrow. Or
Sure.
today. I guess when this comes out.
I'll be down the shore that weekend. When you guys are in Columbus, I'm going to the Sea Isle City.
That'll be fun.
Cool.
No, it will be.
I know.
No,
That's
it
what I
definitely will be.
said. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, come see me in Cincinnati, please.
I'm going to the Monkey Bar tonight.
That place is fucking awesome. Speaking of Go Bananas,
Yes, dude.
Monkey Bar is fucking awesome.
What should I get?
Well,
A steak and a martini?
yeah, probably. I mean, the burgers. It's the Au Cheval Fort Charles burger.
Oh, really?
It's the same. It's all the same guys. So, yeah, and the decor, the fucking wallpaper or the art
The
on the
paintings,
walls
yeah.
is so sick.
It is.
They
Been there
make a
couple
pretty
times
mean
before, but-
Manhattan there, too.
Yeah?
If I'm honest.
Damn, it's going to be so fucking nice.
We won't be in Kansas City.
That's right.
So if people want to know what it was like when
That's
Francis was
exactly
telling me that he got divorced, it was exactly like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'd be talking about something.
Bruh. When Francis told me 2 months before he told you.
How are you guys going to allocate the dogs? I don't know. We're working that out. Do you think that if I asked for a room upgrade now, it'd get back to Dave?
It's like,
Bruh.
wow, like what's the apartment situation? They
Francis-
just told me that I can't get a new room. They said
Francis
they're already
told me
booked.
2 months before he told you, best friends. And then he had to go, and then I was very supportive for those 2 months. And then you stepped in. I said, time for Roan to do some heavy
It
lifting.
wasn't 2 months before. I don't think it was 2 months before.
3 weeks.
I think it was like 6 months, honestly.
I don't even know if I probably told you we were having trouble. I don't know if I told you it was definitive.
Saz,
Maybe it was. I
Saz
don't know.
probably got in your ear. Was probably rooting for it. You fucking son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You bad person.
Bro, we're doing a whole co-headlining tour now. This changes everything. 8 weeks out on the road, tour bus,
Yeah.
every city in America.
Yeah.
Ari said we could use this tour bus. We just have to decide who's Ari and who's Colin.
Don't you think it's weird that they list the calories on water bottles? Like, aren't we at a point now where we all know that there are 0 calories in water?
There's probably some water bottles out there that have like 4 calories or 5
There's
calories.
some funny waters that they're putting out these days.
Yeah.
Dude, how good are the probiotic sodas?
Oh, the poppies.
Those are good.
The grape one is good. Some of them are pretty bad. Like the orange one. Oh,
No, it's not that bad.
the
It's a
orange
probiotic.
one
It's good for your
tastes
gut.
like you're drinking a probiotic drink.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that? Sometimes I like to drink what I'm drinking. Sometimes when people are like, "Oh, this protein shake tastes bad," it's like, "Yeah, you're drinking a protein shake. Like,
Yeah.
just drink what you're drinking."
Yeah.
This whiskey tastes bad. This tastes like alcohol. You make a face when you're drinking alcohol. You're drinking alcohol. Drink what you're drinking.
True.
Be where your feet are at, man.
Exactly. Just be in the present, please.
That's rich.
Yeah.
That's rich coming from
just
your
all I'm
rich
asking
ass.
for. Just being in the present.
That's fucking rich coming from you.
All right, I gotta go. So thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
Francis, you wanna stay for a little bit?
We
Just
will
me and you will do a little
see
bit?
you
Let's do
guys
another 20
on
minutes.
Tuesday. Goodbye.